Welcome back to Miami Television News. I'm Molly Leisure.
And I'm Robert Horn. The Armstrong Student Center, which is set to open January 2014, had a ceremony at the end of October to celebrate the placement of the final beam. MTN reporter Carlina Lombardi has more.
We're here at the construction site of the Armstrong Student Center to celebrate a construction milestone today. For all of this fall semester, Miami has been working on the new Student Center with a plan to open January 2014. Today, however, activities are paused to recognize how much work has been done so far. The placement of the final steel beam will be celebrated with a traditional topping out ceremony, and the Miami community is invited to share in the event. We came here today to see the excitement of the Miami community.
This is such an exciting day for all of us students. The laying of the final piece of steel in this building is so symbolic. The Armstrong Student Center represents the bridge between old Miami and the new Miami to come. This final piece of steel marks yet another point in the completion of that bridge to the future.
The Armstrong Student Center is considered the future of the Miami experience, offering students the opportunity to come together in one place and blend their academic, social, and co-curricular lives.
I think it's a great addition to Miami University. I think it's a necessary thing to happen, and I'm really excited for when it gets built.
We must thank Mike and Ann Armstrong and all members of the community that stepped forward in the effort to build a stronger Miami University.
And that this is going to be a place where we come together to learn and come together to team up and come together to grow up, and come together to just plain have some fun.
Healthcare policies are changing for Miami's faculty and staff due to Obamacare. Some of these changes are due to the Affordable Care Act, but there are also adjustments being made by Miami's Benefit Committee. Employees' spouses may also be affected when the university no longer covers spouses if they already have insurance with a premium of 50% or less. If both employees enforce this, the couple would have separate coverage. Another effect of this Obamacare is Miami now must entirely cover preventative care for females. These changes will all start January 1st, 2013.
On October 28th, Miami club football team took the field against the University of Michigan to prove, in fact, real men do wear pink. Katie Espolita is on the field with more.
Espolita reporting for Miami Television News, and today we're here at Yager Stadium for the Miami Club football team's breast cancer awareness game. I'm here with the president, Eric Kenner, so kind of talk to us about why you put this on every year and kind of what you're looking for when you put it on.
Well, we had a former player, and he was an officer with the club. His name was John Afferty, and his mother unfortunately passed away from breast cancer. And John's dad set up a foundation in his mom's name, the Christine Newman Afferty Foundation. So every year we take whatever money we make from the game and we donate it to John's mom's foundation. And as you can see, we wear like pink wristbands, pink socks, that kind of deal, just to kind of do something nice for someone who gave a lot of time for our club and just to raise awareness for breast cancer. Currently, our season's going pretty well. We're 6-0, and we are actually ranked number 1 in the National Club Football Association standings. So if we win out here, we got a couple of tough games left, but if we're able to take care of business, we actually get a chance to play for a national championship in Salem, Virginia. So we're pretty excited about that and looking forward to today's game.
The Redhawks defeated the University of Michigan with a final score of 13-6, maintaining their undefeated record for the season. They will finish their regular season schedule on November 3rd against Wright State University. This is Katie Espolita reporting for Miami Television News. Back to you in the studio.
MTN reporter Rebecca Tausting investigates just what makes Miami's women's rugby team stand out.
Passion, teamwork, friendship. These are just a few of the qualities that help to define the Miami women's rugby team.
Rugby's all about sportsmanship at the end of the day. Having your teammates back, being there physically for each other and also emotionally for each other.
When we met up with the team, They were excited and ready for the big game.
We've got our last practice with me here as the coach before our biggest game of the year. We're playing Denison this weekend. We're 4-0, they're 4-0. It's pretty much for the league championship. So we're getting our last really good preparation in before our big game.
During a game of rugby, there tends to be a misconception about the violence of the sport. However, Miami senior Caitlin Curley explains that it's so much more.
I think a lot of people who are unaware of how the sport works mainly just see that aspect of it, but it's really a good mixture of a lot of sports put together.
For students who feel they don't know much about the sport or aren't prepared to play, you only need a good attitude and high enthusiasm.
Pretty much just show up, put a smile on your face, and be ready to work hard, and we'll fit you in.
Now that their final game ever as rugby players is upon them, what will these seniors miss about the team? The friendships.
I think I'm going to miss the most just being there together.
All the friends, yeah. I've thought about it a lot lately. It's a bummer, but gonna have to leave at some point, right?
But before they do leave, Coach Alex Wyko believes this team is good enough for a great tournament run.
We're hoping that we're going to get to carry this into November. It'll be the first time this team's been able to do that for about 5 years. So it'll go hopefully till at least the first week of November.
And let's hope they do. And for Chloe Toman, I'm Rebecca Tostine with Miami Television News.
After the break, we'll have one of our Miami alums tell us about his adventures on the streets of LA.
Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
My name is Amanda. I'm 21 years old. I have lots of friends that use tanning beds that lay out in the sun all the time, and I tell them about Jamie. Jamie was in her early 20s when she was diagnosed with melanoma, and she died right before she turned 30. Jamie's death caused me to stop tanning completely. Before that, in high school, I wanted to be dark and look good in a prom dress or a bathing suit. In high school, it was the thing to do. But after Jamie's death, I completely stepped away from tanning beds and never went back. I know now tanning can cause the worst possible skin cancer you could get. People think tanning is safe. I don't think it's safe. You could die just like Jamie did.
This message is brought to you by the American Academy of Dermatology.
Welcome back to Miami Television News.
This week on Young Professionals, MTN takes a look at an alum's movie-style life.
Miami University has gotten an action-packed taste of Hollywood over the past 2 weeks. A.J. Rickert Epstein, Miami alumni and founder of the Mafia Film Club, visited his old stomping grounds to teach willing students what it takes to make a Hollywood film. While he mainly focuses his efforts in cinematography, he has also worked as a director in his home of Los Angeles. Along with assisting AJ in his various productions during his visit, we also had a chance to sit down and ask him how he got his start in the entertainment business.
I got my start in Hollywood pretty much just by going there. I just happened to have an apartment complex manager who saw my reel in addition to my, credit application and all that stuff, and was like, "Oh, you do video work? Cool. Well, let me hire you for something." His name was Dave Craig. So he gave me my first job out there. It wasn't really anything special, but it was totally cool to just hit the ground running. So we can take the camera off. We can take the weights. Honestly, I've had kind of secret dreams of doing this since I was here in Miami when we started the Mafia. Went back, I went to LA to learn all of the tricks of the trade that I could, so that I could come back here and do this and teach other people how to do it as well. So hopefully they're having fun. I know I am. And we got to get some work done, so we'll talk to you later.
AJ gave hands-on experience to students of the Com 414 class and urged anyone who is interested in filmmaking to get involved on campus.
If you are a student, a full-time student, then you have time to make movies right now, and that's the way to do it. That was how it worked for me. The last 2 years of my college career, I just basically spent every waking moment that was not in class making a film, or editing a film, or helping someone else with their film. And all of that experience and the mistakes that I made and all of the challenges and the experience that I got doing that allowed me to move a lot further forward than I would have if I just started fresh out in LA trying to be a PA and learning how other people do it. The best way to learn is by doing. So if you can do it now, then do it now.
Along with various other projects, AJ is currently working on the release of a film he directed titled Compound Fracture. He hopes to return to Miami to direct a feature film in the near future. Until then, this has been Nate Hengstebeck and Brian Beebe. Back to you at the studio.
Our very own Lacey Mendenhall stepped out on the Miami playing field with Miami women's soccer team in this week's Sport Short.
The women's soccer team has had an outstanding season so far, winning the regular season MAC championship. I talked with Courtney Zanotti and head coach Bobby Craming to hear their thoughts on winning the MAC championship during the postseason. Sophomore Courtney Zanotti feels like the team has already reached a pivotal goal for the season, but the team doesn't plan on just stopping there.
Well, I think all our highlights is just winning the regular season. It was just such a big accomplishment to beat teams we didn't beat last year and to go out there, and it's been 10 years since this team's won a conference, and we want to win the tournament. Yep. Definitely put a target on our backs. Teams are out to get us, but we know that, and we're ready to meet that challenge, and I think we will.
Both head coach Bobby Craming and Zanotti believe the team has what it takes to win the overall MAC title.
Well, I think it's a team of great character. Our kids have embraced a competitive mindset that has to be there in order for any team to be successful in the Mid-American Conference. I think we've got talent. I think we're organized. And I think our kids, we just have great team chemistry.
We're ready. We know what we have to do. It's all about being aggressive, going hard in everything, finishing these goals, being tough defensively, and we've done it. We can do it again.
Although the women's soccer season is coming to a close, there are still a couple more games in the tournament. So let's get out there and show them some Miami Redhawk spirit. As always, we wish the Miami soccer team the best of luck in the rest of their season. I'm Lacey Mendenhall. Stay tuned to Miami Sports Short for all things Miami sports.
The weather this time of year makes most of us want to go inside. Birds, however, are on the move. Houston Woods State Park, just outside of Oxford, is home to a bird banding station for researchers learning more about bird migration. Early in the morning, volunteers check nets set out to trap birds who stopped for a rest in their travels. Some birds go as far as South America, so they are a very important resting spot for them. After being trapped, the birds are taken out, put in a bag, and carefully transported to researcher and Miami University professor Dr. David Russell. He weighs, measures, and estimates age of the birds before releasing them. The data is put in the national database for scientists to learn more about bird species and aid conservation efforts. The birds don't understand, but we are proud of Miami's efforts to protect these amazing creatures.
Miami received a sad announcement from Judith Sessions, the dean of Miami's library, saying she is retiring after 24 years. Since her first day in 1988, Sessions played a large part in the creation of OhioLink, an online database providing access to almost 50 million books for free. She was responsible for many renovations to King Library and the creation of the new Best Library. Among her many accomplishments, Sessions won the Distinguished Service Award from the American Library Association and Miami's Distinguished Service Award. Judith Sessions will serve her final day on campus in December. Thanks for tuning in to Miami Television News. I'm Molly Leisure.
And I'm Robert Horn. Make it a great day, Miami, or not. The choice is yours.